Hello everyone, welcome back to an episode. I have a special episode today. I was granted access to the closed beta of Cards and Castles Ultimate. So this is sort of a sequel to Cards and Castles 2, which is a mobile game, so I couldn't really, or I didn't have time to record playing that one. So I'm going to be showing off the closed beta. Remember, things here are subject to change. This isn't like the final version of the game, but I'm excited to get straight into it. Currently, you are not able to um, you are not able to play online. You are able to do like private matches, I think, but there's no quick uh, quick matches. So I just have a few decks that I'm going to show off, probably in another few episodes of this. But the first deck, these first five up here were pre-made, so I didn't make any of those. These four, as you can tell, I like the pirate ones, are the ones that I created. I will go through a little description of this deck, and then I will go over how you play the game once I actually get into it, because that'll be a lot easier than having to describe it right now. So this deck, titled Curse You, is all about shuffling curses into your opponent's deck and trying to make them draw the curses. There are a few different curses, they all usually do a little bit of damage and have an extra small effect once they draw them, and then they'll draw another card. But once again, I'll get more into detail during the game. So for our early game, I have a few. These are hand. They're card draw cards. Sorry. This will both allow me to cycle through my deck and force them to draw another card, giving them a higher chance of drawing a curse. The Grave Robbery will allow me to steal a card from the opponent's graveyard, which I will show off as well. There's also Light's Mercy, which will allow me to add a card from my graveyard to my hand. And then we start getting into the curses. So there's the Saboteur, which, once it dies, which is what this last will means, it will shuffle a supply disruption to the opponent's deck. So that means once they draw it, they will take 5 damage. And then they'll draw another card, because if that stopped their draw, it would be a little too strong. And we have the Skeletal Pirate, which when it's played, it will put 2 curses into the enemy deck, and when it dies, it doesn't go to the graveyard, so you can't, like, respawn it. There's the Salahar Spitefish, which, when it or another friendly unit dies, it will shuffle a curse into the opponent's deck. So that's a nice way of spamming all these small minions and shuffling a ton of curses. There's the Skeletal Assassin, which I personally really like. I've always liked Death Strike in these games. So it's a 1/1 that kills anything instantly once it hits them, and then it will shuffle 3 curses into the opponent's deck when it when it kills something. Also the Veil of the Assassin, which I haven't had a chance to use this yet, but so I'm not entirely sure on the equipment side of things. Oh, okay. So you'll put this on a guy, and it will gain that effect. So it'll gain +1 attack, and when it kills something, it'll put 2 curses in the enemy's deck. When that guy dies, it'll return this, the Veil of the Assassin, will return back into your hand. That is a very cool feature that was not in the previous game, so I'm cool with that. There's also the Cursed Vessel, which will destroy all units in your graveyard, which is just a way to use all the dead guys that have died over the game. There's also Sabotage, which is a little annoying, but I'm facing bots, so it's not too bad, which will allow me to see 5 cards in the opponent's hand and discard a card. Skeletal Duelist, which is another way of getting curses into the opponent's deck. It has Ambush, which means as soon as it's played, it will be able to attack, move and attack. There's also Captain Bonesword, which is a mythic, which means you can only have one mythic of each name on the board at a time. You can have 2 in your deck. You can only have 1 on the board. So this is a way of converting your dead guys into skeletal pirates as well. And whenever a green unit dies, it'll put a curse in the enemy's deck. So Judgment Day, which is just a way of killing everything if things get out of hand. Because this deck doesn't really have a way of removing stuff. It's just a stall deck to sort of try and kill your opponent with all the curses. It's also the Angel of Mercy, which will be able to resurrect any of these smaller guys that can put more curses. So the Deep Sea Jellyfish, which is sort of one of our big finishers, which he'll just kind of sit around and defend the castle, which I'll also get into explaining what that is. And he'll basically have a constant way of putting curses in the enemy's deck. And Miguel, Angel of War, with flying and charge. Flying just means it can move through things and move further. Again, it has charge, which we've already gone over. And when it enters, it will make all your units invulnerable this turn. So that combos really well with the Skeletal Assassin, because it's very fragile. So it'll kill something and then usually die, but with Miguel, it will be able to live. Alright, I'm just gonna get straight into battle. I don't really know who to go up against, so the undead are usually the more difficult. Well, they've been the more difficult from the ones I've done. Okay. So we don't want to start with any of these, because we want to get our early game, which there's quite a bit of early game in this deck, so I should be able to draw. Well, this is why we have Judgment Day. To kill all of their guys, if we don't draw anything. So we just kind of sit around. Oh, yeah, let me explain the actual game. Alright, so he just played a Wraith that was invisible, but we'll get to it. Okay, so each person has a castle with 20 health. Surrounding the castle is little shield zones, which if you have a dude on one of these zones, it will be forced to attack. Or you can't attack the castle unless you attack the units on these zones first. Also, the person that goes second has this vault, which you can destroy at any time and gain 1 gold. This is just to sort of balance it out. And I'm not sure if this will happen in actual PvP games, but at least against the bots, they usually have random buildings that can do stuff. Alright, anyways. Okay. So I'm gonna wait 1 more turn to use Judgment Day. I'm just gonna sabotage them, which will let me discard something from their hand. Maybe they'll drain life, that could be nice. Alright, yeah, I want to get rid of that. Then that ends my turn. Okay, now he played 2 zombies, which is perfect because Judgment Day does not work to the best of its abilities if they have a gold left over. So because they did not spare a gold, I can simply destroy everything they have. Now they have all these dudes in their grave, but that is okay. I'm basically just going to save it for this Deep Sea Jellyfish, so it can start getting curses passively into the opponent's deck. So yeah, because I played this Skeletal Pirate afterwards, he gains +1 attack whenever I put a card in the enemy's deck, so he goes up to 4 attack. Now this might freeze somebody that's here, but I'm not sure because I can't see. So I have to wait to see if they had a guy there. Oh, I forgot they had that. Okay, seems like they were frozen. So that's exactly what I want. there's no good thing to take yet. Alright, I'm gonna put this on here because there's no point in not doing that, I suppose. And I'm actually gonna take this so that they can't add it back to their hand. Okay. Alright, and next turn I can get this deep sea jellyfish going. Okay, see, that was one of the curses. It was able to... It did 1 damage and it summoned a guy, but he killed it instantly, so... I'm gonna keep this jellyfish back here so that he doesn't just have like a charge guy and is able to attack me without just freely. Now I will actually attack this because I kind of want that to die. That was a nice animation, I think. Now it's nice to use this on these little frost geysers because it just has to deal damage, doesn't have to deal damage to any units. So that is just a cool way to get... Here, I can even get this guy back. It's a cool way to get more curses shuffled into the deck. Yeah, these bots aren't really that... all that impressive. Like, look. I won already. Can't even do this. And that's a win. Alright, I'll do a few more games with this deck. I will go... Actually... Okay, now I'll go against the Crusaders. Alright, I want to get rid of this. Oh yeah, if you go second, you also get an additional card in your starting hand. Alright, yep, this is just a good guy to get out now. Oh, cool. I can get another one. Ah, shoot, I should have attacked this. Alright, so now I can go here. I'm gonna play this now, so that when this bomb gets shuffled in, he will gain an attack. Oh. That's a little annoying. Alright, I'm actually just gonna do this. And that'll be my turn. Okay. Now seems like an okay time to Judgment Day. I'm gonna wait one more turn for this. That's a little problematic. Alright, now I can play this. Okay, cool. He did draw a curse. It's getting close to what I want. Alright, I am going to Judgment Day again. Because they don't have any money left. That is not Judgment Day. Well. I guess I'm gonna Judgment Day next turn. Oops. That's not great. Come on, play a 1 cost. Oh boy. Why is there a wooden chair? That's... I like that card. Alright, this will spare their highest health unit. I wish I could see his hand. Actually... Alright, yeah, that'll just save this guy. I'm gonna do that. Because that field is getting problematic. And I can always... Okay, Oh, I'll summon Miguel here. And kill that. So now if both of these attack him, he'll die. But that is okay with me. See, look at those curses chipping him down. That is a lot of dudes. But it's okay, because he's going to sack all 3 of them into him for some reason. Alright, now is a good time to use this jellyfish. Because he can't die even from all these. And now whenever any of... Because unfortunately the bots will just sack them into him. Unless he uses a spell or something to kill it. But now with that sword on him, whenever he kills... Whenever something just dies into him, he'll shuffle another curse into the deck. Or another 2. Huh, cool. I can't remember what I put on him. I wish I could see. Okay, I mean, I just win. I'm gonna try and have him die to the curses, though. Just 'cause it'd be funny. There we go. Okay, cool. I'll play one more game with this deck. And I'll go up against the ninjas. Wait, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright. This looks good, I think. Cool. Alright, I like this. Oh yeah. Go by Saboteur. Alright, I'm gonna play this guy first. Just gonna bomb that. Because he'll attack this, I think. Yeah. Yes, go my curses. Oh, he's just gonna kill this whole thing. Or not? I don't really know why he didn't. Anyways. That would be annoying. I'll just have him go up there. Oh, shoot. Alright, so I do kind of need that guy to die. But what I can do... Actually, I want this guy back. He's gotta have so many curses in his deck by now. What? Oh. Kinda cool. Deep sea jellyfish. Now he should at least try and kill my sword skeleton guy. Okay, that's good. Oh, he didn't have any small guys in his hand. Oh yeah. And actually, there are a lot of... He has a lot of health, so I do need to attack him. That's 4 more curses in his deck? Oh, he's done. Alright, who do I want to revive? You. Oh yeah. What? Why did nothing appear? Alright, well I'm a little confused, but... Alright, don't hate me, I am gonna have, I'm gonna have him die to curses. Cause there are so many in his deck by now. Yeah, curses, curses, yeah! Oh, they stopped. Oh, who can I steal? Well, that sucks. Yeah, curses! Oh yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, that is going to do it for today. Here is the deck list once again. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is just the closed beta. Everything here is subject to change, but I personally really like what they've done with a lot of these. I'm having a lot of fun experimenting, and I'll be sure to create a ton more decks for you guys. See, most of you probably don't have access to it, but you know what to look forwards to once the game starts, or once the game releases. I will also try to maybe face real people in the next episode. But again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.